Hello friends, in this video I am going to show you how to work on your advisor's changes and suggestions in Microsoft Word. And I will cover how to save a document, how to see changes and suggestions that your advisor made, and how to accept, skip, reject changes, and last but not least, what track changes does. Okay, so these are the 4 things that we are going to cover. So the first thing, how to save the document. I just downloaded this document from an email. You have to download it. If you don't download it in preview mode, you won't be able to see much of the changes. And this is how it looks like. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is I need to make sure that I save it. You should ideally have a folder somewhere on your desktop or in your documents where you're saving all the versions of your proposal or your thesis. So click on File and then Save As. All right, if I click on Desktop, you will notice that I do have a folder that is called Thesis. Okay, and in that folder, I already have a couple of versions. But I want to save this one with today's date, and today is 22 June 21st of 22, right? Why do I write it this way? Because if you write year, month, and date and then save it, it's going to rank them in your folder in that order, and you will always be able to find the latest version. That is very important. You don't want to waste time, your own time, by clicking on the wrong version and working on something that doesn't have all the latest updates. Okay, so now that I have the date there, I'm going to save it. And now I need to make sure that I see all the suggestions that my advisor made. To do that, you want to click on Review. And you want to make sure that this icon here that says Display for Review does not, it has the right option checked. No markup means that you don't want to see any changes, and that doesn't work for us today because we want to work on these suggestions. Simple markup, if we click on that, you will only be able to see the comments on the sides. So what I want is all markup. And notice how that is different, right? Now you have 2 different colors. Black is your original writing, and red or blue is going to be what your advisor suggested. Okay, so now that we see all the markups and all the suggestions, we want to start working on all of these changes. So there are 2 ways how you can do that. The first thing is you can select everything and just click accept. If you already skimmed through it and you're fine with it, and you click accept here in the toolbar, there is accept button. And what that does, it gets rid of all the comments, and all that stays are just like the questions that your advisor had for you. I'm going to do Command Z to go a step backwards because I actually didn't read the document, and I want to do one by one. Okay, so how am I going to do that? You will put your cursor and click somewhere before the first change, and then every time that you click accept, it's going to highlight something. So this time it highlights the title, and I can see here on the right that all my advisor did was change the font. I'm fine with that. I will click accept. Sometimes you have to click twice. The next one is a little comma. That's easy to miss. I'm okay with that comma. I'm going to click accept. The next one says cite. And I don't know exactly what that citation would be right now. So I am just going to skip that one and leave it for later. You don't want to click on reject because it's going to disappear. What you need to do is click on this icon here that says next change. So what that's going to do is just skip this suggestion. All right, the next one is the question. All right, so what my advisor is suggesting here is that the word accuracy is not enough. So I'm going to type something else here. Of grammar. Oh, I have two words here. Okay, developing accurate usage of grammar. And now, how do I remove this comment? Because I already addressed it. If I click on accept, nothing happens. So what you need to do is click reject. And then I also want to delete this word. Okay. And that would be all. So you have buttons accept for changes that you want to accept, reject for comments on the side or suggestions that you're not comfortable with, and then on the right here you have a button that allows you to skip a change or a suggestion for the time being. And then last but not least, what does track changes do? Okay, so track changes, let me show you how it works. So right now, since it's off, if I type anything, testing, it shows up as regular text, right? Because track changes are off. And that is fine to do every time you are adding new text, new paragraphs, new pages, right? You don't want it to be in crazy colors because, you know, it's confusing. However, if your advisor already looked at this paragraph and you just decided that you wanted to add one sentence right here and you just wanted them to look at that one sentence so you don't waste their time, because you didn't change anything else, you need to turn on track changes and then type. Notice how that shows up in a different color, and that's something that your advisor will see after you send them the document. Okay, hopefully you found this video helpful. So one more time, you want to download the document from the email, save it with the latest date, make sure that all markup is turned on in order to be able to see all the suggestions, turn off track changes when you're typing new text, and turn it on only when you are inserting a sentence somewhere where your advisor already provided feedback. When dealing with suggestions, you can accept, reject them, or skip them for the time being. Have a great day.